Welcome to On Cue. I'm your guest host, Adenuga Atewologun. On today's program, we're talking to Dr. Uchenna Chukwu, Riverland Community College's new director of the Center for Agricultural and Food Science Technology, to learn about the latest developments in the college's ag programming. Then we explore agricultural innovations in the classroom with Willie McKeel, Riverland's newest geography and physics instructor. And Laurie Jensen joins me to share some of the exciting ways Riverland is collaborating with the high schools to offer early college opportunities to students. Stay with us. On Cue is next.
From KSMQ Television in Austin, this is On Cue, connecting interesting issues and interesting people. On Cue.
Riverland Community College has a rich history in southern Minnesota, recently celebrating its 75th anniversary. With Austin as its main campus, Riverland offers numerous associate degrees, certifications, and diplomas. Established in 1940, Austin Junior College, as it was known then, served 138 students. Today, student enrollment has grown to more than 4,400 students, served at 3 campuses in southern Minnesota. Students can access 50 program choices, including accounting, construction, collision repair, truck driving, criminal justice, practical nursing, and more. Full-time, part-time, and online options make pursuing your post-secondary education convenient to your schedule. An innovative new program creating an Agriculture Technology Center of Excellence in partnership with the Hormel Foundation will result in an international resource of talent, research, and training in the field of agriculture engineering and operations. 6 new programs have been approved by MnSCU, along with partnerships with Minnesota State University Mankato. It's an exciting time to be engaged in agriculture today, and Riverland Community College is leading the way. In addition to high academic standards, Riverland also offers students well-rounded opportunities such as sports, theater, music, and a host of club activities. Student housing is available on campus, an unusual perk for a 2-year institution. And furthering their partnerships with the community Riverland serves, PSEO enrollment is available for area high school students, allowing them to earn college credits while completing their high school diploma. In addition, Riverland has connections with Minnesota State University Mankato for baccalaureate and postdoctoral degrees. No matter your age, Austin will keep you ahead of the curve.
Riverland Community College, a member of the Minnesota State Colleges and Universities system, is a community college that has inspired personal success through education for 75 years. With campuses in Albert Lea, Austin, Owatonna, and online, Riverland offers more than 50 career or associate degree options for transfer. I serve as president of the college, and today as your host, I thought I would use today's program to focus on some of our newest areas at Riverland. My first guest is Dr. Uchenna Chukwu, Riverland Community College's new director of the Center for Agricultural and Food Science Technology. Welcome, Dr. Uchenna. It's a pleasure to have you on this show.
Thank you, Dr. Nuga. It's a pleasure to be here.
Very good. You have done quite well acquiring the skills, the educational background and experience to get this position. Could you tell us a little bit about your journey to this stage?
Sure. I am a food scientist by training. I received my doctorate from the University of Illinois a couple decades ago. And I'm also an agriculturist by heart. My undergraduate degree was in biology. But I was first exposed to food science with my father, who built and ran a university in Nigeria and also built a Department of Food Science program in his university. I became fascinated with how the students would create different products and then bring their samples to the house for us to see. So that was my first exposure to food science. It has been an amazing journey of learning, of application, of research, and of innovation to understand how the land can be used to sustain mankind and how we're integrally related to one another. So it's been quite a journey.
Well, we're glad to have you at Riverland Community College. Now, I've heard and people have talked about this concept of the Agricultural and Food Science Technology Center. Do you mind explaining a little bit about that concept for us?
Yes, the center is built on the concept of innovation, but it is linked in terms of agriculture and food science. As you know, the land can produce food. That's one of the outputs that is a part of the agricultural ecosystem. And so in the design of the center, when the programming was being put into place, there was an urgent request, if you will, for the students who would come to Riverland to take agricultural classes to not only understand how to better utilize the farming system, the ecosystem that is there, but also understand what can be produced as a result. Food is one particular outcome, fiber is another, fuels are another, medical foods are another. So by having a food technology track as well as a biotechnology track and an agriculture technology track, we are able to deliver a very holistic programming environment for any students that come to Riverland.
Interesting. You mentioned programming environment.
Yes.
Will there be some new programs that will be associated with this concept of the Agricultural Center?
Absolutely. We have an established program that consists of our Farm Business Management program, but in addition, we have developed 6 new programs that are focused on agribusiness, precision agriculture, agricultural sciences, food science and food science technology, and biotechnology. In addition to the conventional programs that we have in place that are based upon pursuing different courses, we've also undertaken the task of making sure that each one of our students graduate with employable skills at the community college level. So that means that we have developed pathways, if you will, that allows students to combine different types of certificates from other programs or departments at Riverland. As an example, in agriculture technology, we have both a precision agriculture certificate and an agribusiness certificate. The combination of those 2 certificates allows the students to possess advanced training in precision agriculture and agribusiness with a focus, for example, in acquiring a better understanding of how to analyze precision agriculture data. And those pathways have been developed in collaboration with what the marketplace and with what employers have been asking for in this area. We're doing the same thing in the food science track. Not only can we produce food science certificates and technical certificate holders that eventually can go on to a 4-year degree, we're hoping also to offer a pathway that is focused on business, on marketing, on the development of digital businesses and companies, because we know that's an area that millennials are excited about. Similarly, on the biotechnology pathway, there is a strong and keen desire to better understand how to commercialize technologies. And so our graduates will be exposed to the training that is needed to help become ag-bio entrepreneurs. So this center of agriculture that focuses on innovation allows us to combine different pathways, different certificates, and different training opportunities so that our graduates are endowed with the best skills possible.
Very exciting.
Yes.
Focus on agribusiness,
Yes.
agricultural sciences,
Yes.
and food science, bioscience, technology. Very exciting. What would you say would inspire students to explore these options?
Well, what we have found out is that students within this region are extremely involved in agriculture, and some of them are keen on pursuing that path in the future. So by offering agricultural programs, they can come to Riverland to obtain advanced training and education. one of the things that distinguishes Riverland over other programs is the advanced training that you're able to receive, whether you're in your first year or in your second year, that is sometimes difficult to receive when you go to other colleges, where that type of experience is reserved for after you've been there for 3 or 4 years. We are also stressing in our programs the global component or an international component, where we are attempting to expose students to some of the international agriculture issues that are facing different societies and communities outside of the United States. The southern and southeastern Minnesota region is an extremely diverse region, filled with legacy generations of farmers who have farmed here for many, many years. And within that place, and within that society and community, there is tremendous insight and technical expertise that most of our agriculture students come with. So our students, the students within this community, are advanced, very advanced. So coming to Riverland will challenge them and will push them even further and allow us to leverage their expertise on an international platform. We also stress hands-on experiential learning, but we do things slightly differently. We're trying to do things better. That's the definition of innovation. So we are attempting to teach our students not only how to solve problems, but also how to create, how to design innovative solutions to today's problems. So we're hoping that those are things that will attract students to come to Riverland. And if for some reason that they're not interested in agriculture, they want to focus on other types of skills, our programs are designed to endow functional skills to our students. So we're just using agriculture or food or biotechnology as an application. They can easily take classes here and then transfer somewhere else, because then they have sharpened their problem-solving skills, their innovation skills, or they can choose to pursue a career in agriculture.
So how do you think they're going to accomplish, we're going to accomplish all this as an institution? And what is there in the future, the near future for us?
In the near future, we are going to be offering our programs, our classes, and we are supporting our technical training with the development of a simulation lab, a precision ag simulation lab, and also the laboratory services in the food and in the biotech space that the students can go in to learn. And we are developing collaborative relationships not only with other academic institutions, but also industrial stakeholders and international institutions as well too. So in the short term, students can jump in and participate based upon their passion, their expertise. We also stress social media as an example.
And you also are planning a summit.
Yes.
How soon is that coming, and how can people get involved and share ideas?
The summit is going to be held on March 15th, 2016, and that date was chosen so that the farming community can participate. The themes that we're focusing are innovation, entrepreneurship, and global solutions. And we are welcoming everyone who has a passion for agriculture. We're inviting the entire community to come and participate. Come and hear the most cutting edge discussions on technologies in agriculture, or come to hear an update on some of the problems that other communities are facing and how they're being solved.
Very good. Wow, this is exciting indeed. We're very glad you joined us today, and we look forward to very many good things coming out of this Global Center for Food Science and Agricultural Innovation.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome on the campus, and thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you, Dr. Adenuga. I appreciate being here.
Thanks. Next, we'll meet Willie Miko, one of Riverland's innovative instructors, to talk about his role in Riverland's Agricultural and Food Science Technology Center. Stay with us.
You can watch On Cue anytime by visiting the KSMQ TV website, ksmq.org.
Willie Mikil is Riverland Community College's new geography and physics instructor. He's an integral part of our new Agricultural and Food Science Technology Center and teaches agronomy and precision agriculture. Willie, welcome, and thank you for joining us for this program.
Thank you for having me.
What is precision agriculture? What is agronomy?
So agronomy is trying to find what are those best practices in management to make our crops not only survive but thrive in whatever conditions that we put them under. And this is obviously a well-established field going all the way back to the agricultural revolution in Great Britain, you know, in the 1600s. Up until now, we've been developing this huge breadth of information and depth. And I kind of see the progression going from the agricultural revolution to 1900. We had agriculture 1.0. That was really labor-intensive, time-consuming tasks with very minimal gain on the inputs that you were putting in. Okay. Starting around 1950 up to about 2010, we had agriculture 2.0. That was still relatively labor-intensive, but we were seeing a lot of efficiencies gained in our system through the infrastructure that was developed around agriculture, whether it's the physical infrastructure with rail, roads, and air, international trade, commodity markets, and so on. And I think I've seen a market transition from 2010 to where we are now and moving into the future with Agriculture 3.0 that's focused on technologies to still realize those increased efficiencies with increased gains out of them, but then also managing these in a site-specific manner that's also beneficial to the environments that we're growing in.
So it improves efficiencies and perhaps yield and saves on resources at the same time?
It does. I see it as all of the inputs become less and all of the outputs become greater. And it's as simple as that. And we can achieve all of these possibilities just by leveraging geospatial technologies. And that is what precision agriculture adds to agronomy.
You just made an equation out of what precision agriculture is.
Yeah. And
some input, and go over that again. Tell me.
Yeah, so all of the inputs we want to decrease, and we want to increase all of the exports. It's as simple as that, and we've known for a long time we can quantify what these inputs are, and we can easily quantify what our exports are. Okay. And so now we can manage it on a more specific basis.
Okay. Very good. Now, agronomy, quickly, what is the agronomy part of it? Could you say that again?
Sure. Yeah. With agronomy, again, we're looking at what our inputs are and then what the challenges are that are limiting our outputs. Okay. So, for example, that's managing weeds, managing pests, managing nutrients in the most efficient manner possible.
Yeah. You've also been involved in drones, and that's something you did before, flight instruction lessons. Tell us how you apply that technology to agriculture, and how will that fit into our Agriculture and Food Science Center?
Sure. I got involved in UAV technology around 2011 or so, and on a really limited scale. But progressing up until around now, I had a tech startup where we're using UAVs and manned aircraft to collect data over fields. And the way I see it is I'm trying to use some of the lessons I've learned on the field, talking with growers specifically, trying to teach those technical skills to our students so they're able to safely operate this technology, collect all this data, but more importantly, learning how to communicate effectively with the growers so we can analyze this information and turn it into actionable plans for growers.
I see. And UAV is unmanned area vehicles?
Correct.
UAV, yes. Now, what can we expect in the future in all these areas that you've touched, especially in relation to the concept and the vision of an Agriculture and Food Science Technology Innovation Center at Riverland?
Sure. With precision agriculture, you can divide it up into three distinct groups of geospatial technologies. We've got GIS, which is displaying this information, analyzing it, GPS, which is collecting the data in the field, remote sensing, which is another data collection tool. And this stuff has been around for a long time, but moving forward in the next few years, I think Riverland specifically is going to be really pivotal in helping create a user base that can take these three separate pieces of information and integrate it together in a useful way. And I think to do this effectively, it's going to take a lot of buy-in from the community around the Austin, Albert Lea, Owatonna area. And from everything I've seen up to this point, I think the community's ready for that. I think people are excited about it. People are excited to hire graduates who have these skills. And again, I can't overemphasize that people aren't looking to employ someone who can fly a UAV because they pretty much fly themselves. What they need is someone who can take that information and do something with it. And that's what I think our Center of Excellence can put together.
Wonderful. And there will be a lot of data analysis, I imagine, data image capture, So you expect students to have what kind of skills to be able to manage those?
We have a unique approach to teaching these geospatial technologies where some programs put limitations on what your prerequisites are. You have to have so many math classes, so many science classes. Okay. We employ a problem-based learning approach to where if you're really advanced in agronomics but maybe not geospatial technologies or vice versa, what we're doing is presenting a problem and you're working collaboratively in groups and you're assigned specifically to a grower that you can solve problems for them. And I see that as raising the performance of everyone involved in the group. So that's a long answer to a short question, which is we're looking for people of all skill sets, of all backgrounds, and I'm confident that we can take them from zero to ready to really have an impact in the economy in the local region.
Yeah. So you seem to be really an engaging person. The students, I wonder how students relate in the classroom. They must be really having fun.
Well, I can't speak for them. I'm sure I make their skin crawl a little, but I think I have so much fun with this. I tell people all the time that if I was a mailman, if I was a construction worker, if I was a chemistry teacher, I would be reading this stuff in my free time because I think it's interesting, but instead I'm getting paid to do this. So it's nice for me and it's nice for my wife because she doesn't have to sit there and watch me read as much of it in the evening during our family time. And I get the outlet during the day when I get to work with the students. So I think enthusiasm is infectious and I'm full of it. So
very good. Wow, this has been a wonderful time spending with you and with our audience. We are very glad to have you as a member of our instructional staff at Riverland Community College, and we thank you for joining us on Q today. Really, we're glad to have you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Take care. Stay with us. Laurie Jensen is up next to tell us more about college in the high schools.
Queue up your own comments for On Q and send them to us at onq@ksmq.org.
The Post-Secondary Enrollment Options, or PSEO program, is a state program for high school students which offers the opportunity to enroll in and attend college-level courses and then apply earned credits towards high school graduation requirements, as well as a college degree. Laurie Jensen, Riverland Community College's Director of College Partnerships and Transitions, joins me today to tell us how Riverland has been working with area high schools to provide more college opportunities to young students. Welcome, Laurie, and thank you for joining us on Q today. We've been discussing ag programming on today's program. Explain some of the ag opportunities that are available to this region's high school students.
Well, first, thank you for having me today. I'm really excited to share this. We started the new ag programs this year, and along with that, we have one of our local high schools, Alden Conger, who has decided to run Intro to Soil Science and Intro to Agronomy this year for their high school students so that they'll get Riverland credit as well. We're also looking at opportunities with other high schools to expand those options. So we've had lots of conversations. I've been very busy this year, hoping to expand this opportunity.
Yeah. Well, yes, you have been very busy. Many high schools are in the consortium, aren't they?
Yes, well, we actually, with PSEO, we are serving over 35 high schools right now. So, and we extend our reach from, let's say, from Goodhue to Fairmont to all the way up to Northfield. So we're very out there, we're very active, and we're growing. In the last 2 years, we've gone from 235 students to just over 300 students.
Okay. So what's Riverland doing to enhance college in high school program in our region?
Well, some of the things that I'm really excited about is expanding the opportunities. Last year we implemented a new PSEO concurrent admission policy, which opens the door to more of the middle 50% of students. And then there's also some state legislation that opens the door for some 10th graders for career and technical education. And then more recently, I'm working on a project with 2 of our local high schools for alternative learning centers, early middle college project for those students to be able to take some courses on our campuses in career and technical education.
Fantastic. So what are some city programs that we could run in the high schools?
Sure, it's been very exciting, and Albert Lee High School has been tremendous to work with. Last year we started a certified nursing assistant class with them, and it was so successful that they decided they wanted to run it again this year. They actually have more students than they could take on, so that was very exciting that the interest was there. And now those students also have the opportunity to go out. The high school has provided an opportunity for them to work experience afterwards so that they can utilize the certification that they actually earn. Another fun thing that we did was we did firefighter series, 3-course series with Albert Lee High School last year.
Very good.
And that was very exciting. The students really loved that.
Yeah. So what can we expect in the future?
In the future from Riverland?
From Riverland.
Well, definitely enhancing our partnerships and increasing our collaborations. I just want to get out there. I want to listen. I want to work with our high schools, and I think it's very exciting to provide these opportunities for these high school students.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for all you've offered
you.
today. We look forward to exciting things happening in the college,
Good.
in high school program and the ag
Great.
programming.
Great.
Thank you, Laurie.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. And thank you for watching On Cue. I'm your host, Adenuga Atewologun. Tune in into On Cue next time with your regular host, Eric Holson.
On Cue is a production of KSMQ Television in Austin, nonprofit public television.